They call it Mo Day, a time of fanfare and pride, and another week with the neighborhood's best yard, because you drafted the MVP of all mowers. A comfortable seat and adjustable controls bring the battle to your turf, not your backside. Ride like the wind on your solid steel stallion and give the fans something to cheer about, because it's your day. It's Mo Day.
At Smith & Wood Wealth Management, we're proud to be part of the Rome community, where the same teamwork that wins on the court inspires our approach to financial planning and investment. Just like the model high school Blue Devils and Lady Devils, success starts with a solid game plan. Like a trusted coach, we provide insight and guidance so you can pursue your financial goals with confidence. The Smith & Wood financial planning process centers on understanding your unique goals and creating strategies that balance enjoyment today with preparations for tomorrow's challenges. We would love to work with you to build a game plan for the season ahead. Welcome to Shannon Pharmacy, proudly serving the Shannon community since 2004. We're your small, full-service pharmacy with a big heart, offering friendly professional service and a caring community feel. Whether you need prescriptions filled, expert advice, or health products, we're here for you. Experience the difference at Shannon Pharmacy, where your health is our priority. Visit us today.
If you ever find yourself moving through these doors,
we're gonna take care of you.
If you ever hear these sounds, or see these lights, may you find our caring team of ER experts all around you. This is the human spirit at its best. Advent Health. Feel whole.
WC Timber has been serving the Northwest Georgia and Northeast Alabama area since 1991. As a complete tree and timber service, WC Timber can handle thinning and clear cutting, tree chipping, stump removal, and storm damage, as well as bucket truck and crane services. For more information, visit them on the web at wctimber.com or give them a call at area code 706-238-1214. WC Timber and Tree Service.
You have to be tough to be the world's #1 selling farm tractor. Mahindra tractors have a tough, heavy-duty steel frame so they can lift fallen trees and everything else thrown our way. And you're tough, too. You maintain roads and mend fences and give your neighbors a hand and still make it to church on Sunday. Now that stuff sounds like we have a lot in common. Mahindra, the official tractor of tough.
At Northwest Georgia Media, we're all about capturing the moments that matter to you. From sports to arts, from concerts to business events, we're equipped to share what's happening in your world, live and in high definition. We leverage cutting-edge technology and a knowledgeable crew to see that your most unforgettable events remain just that, unforgettable. Northwest Georgia Media, where the world is your audience.
They call it Mo Day, a time of fanfare and pride, and another week with the neighborhood's best yard, because you drafted the MVP of all mowers. A comfortable seat and adjustable controls bring the battle to your turf, not your backside. Ride like the wind on your solid steel stallion and give the fans something to cheer about, because it's your day. It's Mo Day.
At Smith & Wood Wealth Management, we're proud to be part of the Rome community, where the same teamwork that wins on the court inspires our approach to financial planning and investment. Just like the model high school Blue Devils and Lady Devils, success starts with a solid game plan. Like a trusted coach, we provide insight and guidance so you can pursue your financial goals with confidence. The Smith & Wood financial planning process centers on understanding your unique goals and creating strategies that balance enjoyment today with preparations for tomorrow's challenges. We would love to work with you to build a game plan for the season ahead. Welcome to Shannon Pharmacy, proudly serving the Shannon community since 2004. We're your small, full-service pharmacy with a big heart, offering friendly professional service and a caring community feel. Whether you need prescriptions filled, expert advice, or health products, we're here for you. Experience the difference at Shannon Pharmacy, where your health is our priority. Visit us today. High school basketball coverage begins now. This broadcast is produced by Northwest Georgia Media and WLAQ Radio. Coverage is also provided on the Southeast Sports Network. You're watching high school basketball
Thank you very much,
action.
Lynn Butler, back at the studio. We welcome you inside the friendly confines of Woodard Gymnasium on the campus of Model High School as we get ready to embark on another basketball journey tonight on a Saturday evening. It is the Sweet 16. It is your Model Blue Devils going up against another Blue Devils team. This one is out of Elbert County from Elberton, Georgia, about 163 miles away here from Rome, Georgia. They had to travel here today for this basketball game, and the Elbert County team has just made their way out onto the floor now to start warming up. And it's a little bit unusual. They've been here for a while, but they literally just walked out onto the floor and started warming up just a couple of moments ago, right as we were going on the air. So normally by this point, we've had an opportunity to watch them warm up a little bit, kind of size up the competition and things of that nature, but they have a little bit different routine than typically teams have coming in. But we're getting a look at them right now, both teams warming up as we speak, as we approach tip-off time, which is about 13 and a half minutes away. So again, Model Blue Devils and Elbert County Blue Devils about to literally lock horns on the floor tonight. We're going to get a little housekeeping out of the way so we can talk about the matchup for the remainder of our pregame opportunity that we have for you here this evening. But we will let you know that the Georgia High School Association is a voluntary nonprofit organization which is composed of over 450 public and private high schools. The GHSA administers regulations for region and state competition in 19 sports and 2 activities. Founded in 1908, the GHSA strives to promote good sportsmanship, participant safety, and fair play among its member schools. For more information, you can visit ghsa.net. Follow @official GHSA on Twitter, it says, now known as X, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. The Georgia High School Association would like to thank its corporate partners for their valuable support of high school athletics and activities: Alpha Insurance, Georgia Electric Membership Corporation, Gatorade, Wilson, BSN Sports, Atlanta Hawks, Mizuno. Also brought to you by Atlanta Braves, Subway, Sports Medicine South, Atlanta Track Club, by the NFHS Network, Regions Bank, Max Preps, GoFan, and Georgia Public Broadcasting. And Northwest Georgia and WLAQ would now like to thank our sponsors for making it possible for us to bring you live and local coverage of high school athletics. We'll start with the video side. Instant replay brought to you today by Smith and Wood Wealth Management. Remaining sponsors: Mathis Trailers and Equipment Sales, Snodgrass and Robinson Plastic Surgery Specialists, Advent Health Redmond. Also brought to you on the video side by Shannon Pharmacy, Dogwood Books on Broad Street, the Herb Street on Broad Street, and also Duffy's Deli in Central Plaza. On the radio end of things today, we have along with us, as the entire season, our presenting sponsor, Mathis Trailers and Equipment Sales. Also tonight, Allen Murphy Appliance, longtime supporter of local athletic broadcast, Dogwood Books, Georgia Northwestern Technical College, Rome Orthopedic Center, and Ware Mechanical. And with that said, we're going to take our first break. We'll step out for 3 minutes. We'll come back. We'll start to take a deep dive into the matchup for you today at your model Blue Devils and the Elbert County Blue Devils coming up in about 11 minutes. We'll be back in 3.
They call it Mo Day, a time of fanfare and pride, and another week with the neighborhood's best yard, because you drafted the MVP of all mowers. A comfortable seat and adjustable controls bring the battle to your turf, not your backside. Ride like the wind on your solid steel stallion and give the fans something to cheer about, because it's your day. It's Mo Day.
At Smith & Wood Wealth Management, we're proud to be part of the Rome community, where the same teamwork that wins on the court inspires our approach to financial planning and investment. Just like the model high school Blue Devils and Lady Devils, success starts with a solid game plan. Like a trusted coach, we provide insight and guidance so you can pursue your financial goals with confidence. The Smith & Wood financial planning process centers on understanding your unique goals and creating strategies that balance enjoyment today with preparations for tomorrow's challenges. We would love to work with you to build a game plan for the season ahead. WC Timber has been serving the Northwest Georgia and Northeast Alabama area since 1991. As a complete tree and timber service, WC Timber can handle thinning and clear cutting, tree chipping, stump removal, and storm damage, as well as bucket truck and crane services. For more information, visit them on the web at wctimber.com or give them a call at area code 706-238-1214. WC Timber and Tree Service.
Inside of Woodard Gymnasium on the campus of Model High School, home of the Blue Devils, also hosting another Blue Devils team today. Elbert County visiting here tonight and we are a little bit less than 8 minutes away from the tip-off of this boys Sweet 16 game between these two Blue Devils teams. So we're going to start to dive into the matchup a little bit. We'll start with your model Blue Devils. They come into the contest tonight with a 21-4 record, went 10-3 against region competition throughout regular season play as well as the region tournament. They ended up being second in Class A Division I out of Region 6, averaging about 70.4 points per game, allowing only 48.4 points a game. They won their last game. Of course, that was a victory over Brantley County in the first round of the playoffs, and an overwhelming victory, I should also add, against a pretty good team. 86-58 was the final score in that game. We'll give you more details about that one as we move along throughout our broadcast. Meanwhile, Elbert County, the Blue Devils, also visiting here from 163 miles away, Elberton, Georgia, to roam. And if you're wondering where Elberton, Georgia is, it's about 43 miles northeast of Athens, Georgia. I've actually been to Elberton one time. More on that a little bit later if we have time throughout our broadcast. But Elbert County comes into the game with a 13-12, just a little bit above winning record. They went 7-5 out of a really tough region, that is ending up fourth out of Class A Division I Region 8. They average about 65.8 points per game. That's really where they shine, is on the offensive side of the floor. Meanwhile, they're allowing about 64 points a game, but I think some of that has to do with the tough schedule that they played throughout the season. More on that a little bit later. But as far as getting to the Sweet 16 round, they picked up an upset victory over Washington County, who was the 12 seed. And by the way, Elbert County came in as the 21 seed in the tournament. They won that game 63-44, so probably a pretty good margin on the road in that first round game. And another thing that sticks out about some of their recent play is they picked up a victory over Commerce, which is a team out of their region, which was the number 3 team in the state, according to Sandy Spiel, at the end of the regular season. So 2 top 10 victories for this team in the month of February. So I think that when you look at that record at 13-12 and you look at those 2 top 10 victories that they've had in the month of February, this is one of those teams that has gotten better over the course of the season. So it's going to be interesting to see how the Model Blue Devils and the Elbert County Blue Devils match up in this game tonight. Well, we're 5 minutes and 24 seconds away from the tip-off of this game. I do want to take an opportunity here in this segment to recognize the crew involved in the broadcast today. On midcourt cameras with Northwest Georgia Media, we've got Caleb Bice and Levi Miller. Pan, tilt, and zoom, PTZ, and scoreboard is Dylan Bice tonight. And then we've got the return, the triumphant return of the sorghum syrup warrior. Thomas Patterson is on replay tonight. And then the director, the guru of Northwest Georgia Media, is Nathan Patterson. Commentary tonight, courtesy of WLAQ Radio Station here in Rome, Georgia. I'm Matt Davis, flying solo for the broadcast tonight. My partner in crime, Ian Griffin, had a prior commitment this evening, couldn't be with us. But if Model wins and advances to the next round, I believe he'll be with us for the Elite 8 game, should we get to that point. Board operator back at WLAQ tonight at the Footman and Alto is Lynn Butler. So that is the crew for tonight. And I do want to mention that the winner of this game is going to play the winner of 13 seed East Lawrence, who's playing on the road at number 4 seed Southwest Macon. And the game would be on Wednesday of next week for the team that wins this one here. And most people would predict that Southwest Macon will pick up that victory over East Lawrence. But East Lawrence has had a really good basketball program for a while. And, they may have something to say about that. I guess we'll know more about that as we get through the evening. And I think we've got a couple of crew changes of note here that I'll mention to you. Dylan and Caleb Bice are on midcourt camera. Uta Patterson's on PTZ and scoreboard. Thomas is on replay. And then Nathan Patterson is directing. So we've had some game time changes right there. I did want to mention that. Make sure that everybody, as our buddy Gavin Booker from the Rome Emperor says, gets their flowers, so to speak. So there you go. We're about 3.5 minutes from giving you the starting lineup, the national anthem, and go time inside Woodard Gymnasium. It is the Model Blue Devils, the Elbert County Blue Devils, and the Sweet 16 round of the GHSA Class A Division I State Basketball Championship Tournament. And we're getting it rock and rolling here in 3 minutes.
Welcome to Shannon Pharmacy, proudly serving the Shannon community since 2004. We're your small, full-service pharmacy with a big heart, offering friendly professional service and a caring community feel. Whether you need prescriptions filled, expert advice, or health products, we're here for you. Experience the difference at Shannon Pharmacy, where your health is our priority. Visit us today. WC Timber has been serving the Northwest Georgia and Northeast Alabama area since 1991. As a complete tree and timber service, WC Timber can handle thinning and clear cutting, tree chipping, stump removal, and storm damage, as well as bucket truck and crane services. For more information, visit them on the web at wctimber.com or give them a call at area code 706-238-1214. WC Timber and Tree Service.
You look exhausted.
Dude, my to-do list got the best of me. I finally sharpened the blade, trimmed the yard, raked the leaves, and then I mowed.
Yeah, me too.
Get out. You're not even breaking a sweat.
I know. My grasshopper trimmed around the yard, power backed the leaves, and then mowed. I did all of it without leaving my seat.
I gotta get a grasshopper.
Finish fall cleanup and be ready for winter with a grasshopper mower.
Here we go again.
If you ever find yourself moving through these doors,
We're gonna take care of you.
if you ever hear these sounds, or see these lights, may you find our caring team of ER experts all around you. This is the human spirit at its best. Advent Health. Feel whole.
Hola. Hold up. Hold up.
Clock about to run out here in the pregame festivities. It is almost go time inside Woodard Gymnasium, home of the Model Blue Devils at Model High School tonight for Sweet 16 GHSA action in Class A Division I. We're going to go ahead and get you turned over to the PA right now because we've got the national anthem. Then we'll give you the starting lineups. All right, folks, there is our national anthem, and now we'll give you the starting lineups and the start of the ball game here at Model High School. We're going to start with the visiting Elbert County Blue Devils out of Elberton, Georgia. We're going to start with number 0, Jordan Morrison, a senior in the starting lineup tonight. Also number 3, DK Wynn, another senior in the starting lineup. Number 10, AJ Brown. There's your third senior in the starting lineup. Number 20, Blue Hester. the lone junior in the starting lineup, and then rounding out the starting 5 here for the Elbert County Blue Devils is number 30, Jace Maddox, a senior. So you've got 4 seniors and a junior in the starting lineup tonight for Christopher Owens, Elbert County Blue Devils. Of course, the head coach of Elbert County, as I mentioned, Christopher Owens. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's give you the model Blue Devils starting 5, and then we'll get things rolling inside of Woodard Gymnasium. We're going to start with number 10, John Mason, a senior honorable mention from all region and Region 6 in the starting lineup tonight. Region 6 Player of the Year, number 21, Bryson Denson, playing in his junior year. Region honorable mention, Bryson Bell, playing in his senior year, number 22. Number 25, Chaden Woodley, all-region player, playing in his sophomore year in the starting lineup tonight, and rounding out the starting 5 for your model Blue Devils. Honorable mention for all-region this year, Dominic Fraley, number 30, and that's your starting 5 for the model Blue Devils. Of course, the head coach of the model Blue Devils is Jacob Travis, coaching for his alma mater, and you can say the same thing for Elbert County's Christopher Owens, as he was a 2004 graduate of Elbert County. Learned that just a few minutes before we went on the air. But it is go time inside Woodard Gymnasium. Dominic Fraley in the circle here for the Blue Devils, the model Blue Devils, and DK Wynn here for Elbert County. If you're listening on the radio, Elbert County is in their black uniforms with gray letters and numbers. Models in their home white uniforms with blue letters and numbers. And just like that, the Blue Devils win the tip of the model variety. I've got to get more specific tonight. Let's just go with model and Elbert County from this point moving forward, if I can remember. Here is Dominic Fraley driving in, scores, and one is going to the free throw line. A good way to open up the game on the first possession for model. So Dominic Fraley, who had a big game in the first round, scoring 21 points over Brantley County in the first round victory, is at the free throw line, picking up where he left off, converting a 3-point play. So 3-0 model on top of Elbert County, and we're underway. Elbert County going to bring it up the floor. In addition to their black uniforms, gray letters and numbers, they kind of have Argyle down the sides, a la North Carolina. To the near side they come with the basketball. Elbert County with the ball, spins around, quick jump shot. That's going to rattle through for A.J. Brown, who is a first-team all-region player out of Region 8, which is a really tough region, by the way. We'll tell you more about that as we go along throughout our broadcast. Dominic Fraley with the ball at the top of the key for model. Bryson Denson gets blocked on the three-point shot. Fraley was there to help him out. Ball knocked loose. Elbert County comes out with it. Very athletic, fast basketball team. One of their hallmarks is trying to get out in transition. Thankfully for model, they were able to get the defense back, not allow an easy bucket there on that steal. Elbert County with the ball on the left wing. They go back up towards the top of the key. Driving in, he traveled. I think the officials missed it and called a foul on the model Blue Devils. I rarely make a comment about things like that, but that was, in my opinion, pretty obvious. Jordan Morrison is going to the free throw line with a couple of shots, with Elbert County trailing by 1 point. First shot on the way is going to rattle through, and that'll tie the ball game up at 3 apiece. Minute and 4 seconds into this one, and we've got a tie ball game. One more coming up here for Morrison, and that one's going to rattle off the rim, and the score remains at a tie ball game. Ball is going to be off on John Mason, so it's going to stay with Elbert County on their end of the floor. And so Elbert County set to send it in motion. Ball's in the hands of Morrison, driving in, put up the shot. It is missed. Rebound's going to be picked up by model. John Mason comes out with the ball, gives it off to Bryson Denson. Denson across the midcourt stripe for the model Blue Devils. Now on to Bryson Bell, back out to Bryson Denson. Here's Chaden Woodley firing the three. That one's off the back of the rim, tracked down by DK Wynn. And now Elbert County wants to move fast. They drive right to the lane, and that's going to be a foul that's going to be called against John Mason. He gets some instruction there from Coach Travis as we get ready for more free throws from A.J. Brown, going to the line actually for the first time, but more free throws for Elbert County. And I think it's pretty clear that one of their strategies here is to try to attack the rim and get to the free throw line. First shot is up. It rattles in, and Elbert County has their first lead of the basketball game with 6:31 to go here in the opening frame of play. One more coming up here for A.J. Brown. Shot on the way, and that one goes right through. So Elbert County extends the lead to 2. It's 5-3, Elbert County over model. aside from Darlington, I would venture to say, just my opinion, but I would venture to say that this is the most athletic and fast team that Model's probably played over the course of the whole season. Of course, I wasn't at every game, but have seen all the region teams play, and so there might be a couple of games that I missed where maybe that proves to not be true. But here's Bryson Bell firing the three-point shot and knocks it down. Big-time shot right there, and Model takes the lead back 6-5. The great equalizer from Bryson Bell. Elbert County across the timeline. They kick it out. They want a three on the other end, and they get it. My goodness, Jace Maddox made sure of that. And that is through. Jacob Travis is upset that he was that open. Here's Chaden Woodley wide open, and guess what? That one's going to bounce high off the rim. Rebound goes to Elbert County. They'll come back the other way with a 2.8-6 lead. Ball stolen away on an errant pass. Here's the pass down to Chaden Woodley off the glass and through after a nice dish from Bryson Denson. Chaden Woodley with the finish. We got a tie ball game. This has been a good one for almost 3 minutes here. Elbert County sidesteps, puts up the shot, misses. And the air ball chants come out here from the student section. Bryson Denson, pass down low, backdoor cut from Dominic Fraley, knocks the shot down, gets fouled, and he's got his second three-point opportunity here the first few minutes of the game. Model takes the lead back 10-8. So Dominic Fraley stands at the line. Both teams fighting here tonight for a chance to play in the Elite Eight. Dominic Fraley has racked up a quick 6 points, converting 2 old-fashioned three-point plays early in this game. Elbert County from the free throw line, now at the elbow, puts up the shot, and that one's going to rattle through for Mr. A.J. Brown. Again, we mentioned earlier, a first-team all-region player, and you can see why early in this game. Bryson Denson with it for Model. Now to the near side. Bryson Bell, don't leave him open or you will potentially pay. This time you don't. Rebound picked up by Elbert County. They dodged a bullet there. Driving, shot off the glass. It doesn't go. Tip in, won't fall. And the rebound goes to Dominic Fraley. So 2 opportunities missed there by Elbert County on that possession. Bryson Denson with the ball in front of the Elbert County bench. Now dribbles back between the circles, sends it to the near side, gets it at Bryson Bell, feeds it into John Mason. He's tied up, ball stripped away there by DK Wynn. Lob underneath, one-on-one. What a spin move, couldn't get the finish. And we're going to have a whistle that goes against Model. Ball went out of bounds on the Model Blue Devils. It's going to stay with Elbert County. The fans didn't like that here on the Model end of things. 4:21 left to go in the first period of the game. Model clinging to a 1-point lead. Elbert County set to inbound the ball. They survey the floor. Morrison with it, fires it up top. Quick look at a three. That one's off the side of the rim. And diving for the rebound was number 0, Jordan Morrison. He got hit by one of his own players, forced him to the floor. The ball sailed out of bounds. Now it's coming back to Model. John Mason feeds it into Bryson Denson. Denson across the midcourt stripe. Denson over to Bell here on the near side. Surveys the floor, going to send it right back to Denson. Now to Chaden Woodley. Chaden Woodley underneath to Dominic Fraley, back up top to Bell. Now to Denson, launches the long-range three. That one's a little bit off the mark, and the rebound goes to Elbert County. They'll come back trailing by 1 point. 11-10, Model leads it by 1. Kick out, no three opportunity there. Drives in, gets blocked by Fraley. There was some contact with the body. So we're going to see more free throws coming up here for Elbert County. Jacob Travis asking for an explanation there from the official. So Jordan Morrison going back to the free throw line for the second time. And this is the 3rd trip to the free throw line in the first quarter here for Elbert County. First shot's on the way, and that one's going to rattle through. We'll get ready for the second for Morrison. Got a tie ball game at 11 apiece between the Model Blue Devils and the visiting Elbert County Blue Devils. Battle of the Blue Devils tonight for you. Here's the second free throw for Morrison. That one is true. He is now 3 of 4 from the charity stripe, shooting at a 75% clip. All of his points from the free throw line. Elbert County takes a narrow lead, 12-11, 3:45 left to go in the first quarter. There's Chaden Woodley across the midcourt stripe in front of the scorer's table. Now to John Mason. Great feed to Tyler Harrell. Nobody's able to get to him, and he makes him pay. Tyler Harrell for 2, his first bucket of the game, and Model takes the lead back 13-12. 3:30 left to go first quarter. Here's a shot from deep. That one goes in and out. Tyler Harrell, who just scored on the other end, gets a rebound, helping his team off the bench, providing a little spark. Here's Bryson Bell for 3, and that one rims out. Long rebound's going to be picked up by DK Wynn of Elbert County. Here they come back the other way. DK picks up his dribble. Now back to DK in the corner on the right wing side. That one's off the mark. The outside shot so far, for the most part, not falling for Elbert County. Ball loose on the floor, picked up, little runner, and that one is through for A.J. Brown, who's having a stellar first quarter of the game. Elbert County back out to a 1-point lead. 2:50 left to go in the first quarter, and this has been an exciting one, no doubt about it. Bryson Bell now to the right wing side, deep into the corner to John Mason. He'll send it back around to Bryson Denson. Now to the left wing side to Bell. Bell dribbles back up towards the top of the key. They've got him trapped. Now back to the right wing side to Bryson Denson. No look pass to Chaden Woodley. Left him open for 3. That one rims out. Eventually some of those shots for Chaden are going to start to fall, and that's going to make a huge difference once that starts to occur here for the Model Blue Devils. Sometimes it just takes a little bit of time to get heated up. But A.J. Brown is heated up right out of the gate. Knocks down a 3, and Elbert County's got their biggest lead, 17-13, as we get ready for Brenton Bell to check into the game at the next stoppage of play here for Model. Bryson Bell with the basketball on the left wing side. Back up to Chaden at the top of the key. Inside to Bryson Denson. Spins around. Gets it off the backboard. Doesn't go. Gets his own rebound. Had it stripped. Coming out with it was A.J. Brown. Fans wanted a foul. Didn't get it. A.J. Brown has his pocket picked by Bryson Denson. Outlet pass to Chaden Woodley. Shakes off the defender. Trying to get it to the rim. Gets blocked. Tyler Harrell there trying to help out. Gets the rebound. Gives it out to Bryson Bell. Now back to Bryson Denson. And Model wants to slow the pace down here with this possession. Get into their half-court set. Here's Chaden Woodley driving in. Here's Bryson Denson for 3 and knocks it down. Bryson Denson, his first bucket of the game, and that cuts it to a 1-point ball game. Elbert County, who led by as many as 4, it's down to 1. Elbert County 17, Model 16. DK Wynn with it, fires the 3. That one's high off the back of the rim. Rebound picked up by John Mason after it ricochets off of one of the Elbert County players. Bryson Denson across the midcourt stripe, sends it right wing side over to Bryson Bell. Bell dribbles in front of the Blue Devils bench, the Elbert County Blue Devils. Now back to Bell, corner over to Bryson Denson, drives in and scores. Bryson Denson with a quick 5 points over the last couple of possessions gives Model the lead, 18-17. We're down to the 35-second mark here of the first quarter. Elbert County with the basketball. They're going to try to fire it inside. A.J. Brown feeds it back out. Long range 3. That one's off the side of the rim, a little too far out of range for the shooter, Brant Brown. And now we're down to the final 21.9 seconds here of the first period of the game. Model leads at 18-17. And possession of the ball is for Elbert County right now, and the shot clock is off. So we'll see what they do. They may try to hold and get the last shot and try to take the lead into the second quarter. We'll see what happens. They will feed the ball in, going to the top of the key. Maddox with it, now to the right wing side. Ball's knocked free. Bryson Denson. It was poked out of bounds there by Elbert County, so it's coming back to the Model Blue Devils. They've got an opportunity here with 16.5 seconds left in the first quarter to perhaps get the last shot. 12 seconds as Bryson Denson works it across the midcourt stripe, spins around, shakes off the defender. Now kicks it out to left wing side to Brenton Bell, who's on the floor for the Model Blue Devils. Got tripped up. Here's Bryson Bell, and the Blue Devils ran out of time. Model did on that possession, and they will have, Model does, an 18-17 lead after 1 quarter of play. We're going to take a break. We're glad you're with us tonight on Northwest Georgia Media and WLAQ. We'll be back for the second quarter after a 1-minute break.
If you ever find yourself moving through these doors,
we're gonna take care of you.
If you ever hear these sounds or see these lights, may you find our caring team of ER experts all around you. This is the human spirit at its best. Advent Health. Feel whole.
Welcome to Shannon Pharmacy, proudly serving the Shannon community since 2004. We're your small, full-service pharmacy with a big heart, offering friendly, professional service and a caring community feel. Whether you need prescriptions filled, expert advice, or health products, we're here for you. Experience the difference at Shannon Pharmacy, where your health is our priority. Visit us today.
All right, folks. Elbert County with the basketball out of the break there as we begin the second quarter. Right now they are going to pass it up between the circles with the basketball is Morrison. We'll give you a floor check for both teams in a minute. They wanted a lob right there as they passed it down low to DK Wynn. Ball sailed on him though and went out of bounds, so the Model Blue Devils get the ball back. I do want to mention to you that across town at the Huffman Center at Darlington, that Darlington picked up a victory just a few minutes ago, 69-46 over St. Francis. So the Darlington team has advanced to the Elite Eight. There's a long shot there by Bryson Denson, did not catch iron, and now Elbert County will bring it back the other way after picking up the ball. With it right now is A.J. Brown, who had 11 points there in the first quarter of the basketball game. Bounce pass underneath, spins, puts it up off the glass too strong. Dominic Fraley comes out with the rebound and will box out, clear out the lane. Bryson Denson across the midcourt stripe. Now around the left wing side to Bryson Bell. Bell out to Chaden Woodley, who starts to drive in, puts it up, and hangs on the rim, falls off. We're going to see Chaden go into the free throw line with a couple of free throw opportunities. These will be the third and fourth free throws of the ball game here for the Model Blue Devils. First two for Chaden Woodley. Model leads at 18-17. Nobody has scored any points here in the first minute and change until now. Chaden Woodley scores at the free throw line and gets ready for another one. So Model extends their lead to 19-17. One more coming up here for Chaden. Woodley puts up the second free throw, and that one rattles through. So he makes them both, has 4 points in the game. A Model has a 3-point lead. I think the biggest lead has been 4 points. Right now, Elbert County with the basketball, driving off that left wing side, and that's an offensive foul that they're going to charge against Jordan Morrison, and the ball is coming back to the Model Blue Devils. So Model trying to grab some momentum here in the first couple of minutes of the second quarter of the basketball game. Right now we've got some moisture on the floor in the lane that John Mason just got a towel and cleaned up here. Want to keep everybody safe in a highly competitive basketball game here tonight. It's been a lot of action in this one so far, and I presume that's going to be the case throughout the course of the evening. Bryson Denson across the midcourt stripe, gave it to Woodley, now back to Denson. He stands between the circles. His Model gets this offense cranked up. John Mason underneath the Woodley, now down low to Fraley after a backdoor cut, and the ball is going to be tipped out of bounds by Elbert County, so John Mason set to inbound the ball here in just a couple of moments. Mason surveying the floor, trying to find the open player, finds Fraley, drives in, strong move to the rim, second look won't go, and the rebound eventually is going to go to Blue Hester. Elbert County comes back the other way. There's Brown, nifty move to the bucket, couldn't get the finish though. Ball goes out of bounds, and it's coming back to the Model Blue Devils. 6:19 left to go, second quarter. Model leads at 20-17 over Elbert County here in the second round of the GHSA Class A Division I playoffs. Bryson Bell, Bryson Denson now to left wing side. Mason elected not to shoot, fires it back up top to Bell, got away from him, and he couldn't keep it in bounds. Ended up with his rear end on the scorer's table. So we get ready for Caden Burton off the bench to inbound the ball here for the visiting Elbert County Blue Devils. Now dribbling with the ball is A.J. Brown, who had 11 points there in the first quarter of the ball game and leads all scorers in this contest so far. No-look pass to the right wing side, really fooled the defenders, and knocking down the three was A.J. Brown. I believe that was A.J. Right wing side, now back up top. Bryson Denson, lob to Chaden Woodley, underneath to Dominic Fraley at the baseline. Good ball movement by Model. Bryson Denson puts up the three-point shot. It goes off of the apparatus behind the backboard, and so that is out of bounds and coming back to Elbert County. By the way, the last three-point shot made by Elbert County tied the ball game up at 20 apiece. Brown across the midcourt stripes, going to send it over to left wing to DK Wynn. There's Brown with a long two, misses the shot. Ball poked out of bounds. It's going to stay on this end for Elbert County. Protest comes from the Model side of things. Model's fans have been unhappy with the officiating of this game pretty much the entire way so far. Of course, they may have an argument in some cases, but obviously you expect those sorts of things when you get into the second round of the playoffs. The intensity of these games is just so much more higher than even on a regular night. So you'll see that reflected with the fans. Quick shot off the back of the rim. Ball ricochets off a Model player into the hands of just where you don't want it to go, and that's to A.J. Brown, who knocks down another shot and brings his totals to 16 points for the game. Elbert County leads at 22-20. 2-point lead for the Elbert County Blue Devils. Bryson Denson drives in, sends it left wing side to John Mason. Now out to Bryson Bell. Long three. Karams off the rim. And the ball goes out of bounds on the Model Blue Devils, coming back to Elbert County as they try to swing the momentum in their favor as we move close to halfway through our second quarter of play here in this basketball game. 4:35 left to go in the second quarter. Elbert County leading 22-20 over Model. A.J. Brown sends it up top. Now to the near side. Ball back into the hands of A.J. Dribbles behind his back. No look pass to the right wing side. Firing the three. And that's no good. Ball goes out of bounds. It's coming back to Model. Brenton Bell checking back into the game. Let's give you a floor check here for the Model Blue Devils. You've got Tyler Harrell, Bryson Bell, Chaden Woodley, Bryson Denson, and Brenton Bell. And then on the floor here for the visiting Elbert County team, we'll give you a floor check on them. You've got Jace Maddox, also DK Wynn. Ball movement here from Model. Also on the floor, A.J. Brown. We'll get the other two in a second. But right now, Bryson Bell with it on the right wing, back up top to Bryson Denson. Denson to the near side, leaves it for Brenton Bell. Britton between the circles with it. Now starts to work around a screen by Tyler Harrell. He cuts back towards the basket. Bryson Bell drives in, puts it up, goes off the side of the backboard. Brenton Bell now fakes off the defender, kicks it out. Chaden Woodley, long three and in! My goodness, what a shot by Chaden Woodley. His first made three of the night, and it gives Model a 23-22 lead. Across the timeline goes DK Wynn. Stops and travels. Shuffled his feet right in front of the official. And the ball's coming back to the Model Blue Devils as Nick Rambert, the senior, checks into the game for Jace Maddox of Elbert County. And so Bryson Bell set to inbound the ball here for the Model Blue Devils. They'll work it from right to left on your radio dial onto their side of the floor. Now towards the top of the key, Tyler Harrell comes out with a high screen, kicks it out left wing side. Bryson Denson buries the three. Second made three of the night for Bryson Denson. He's got 8 points, and Model's got a 4-point lead here with 3:12 left to go in the second period. Elbert County with the ball on their end. They put up the three, left that one short. You could tell as soon as it left his hands. A.J. Brown from the elbow. That one rattles off the rim. Tyler Harrell gets a mid on it. And the ball goes out of bounds on Elbert County. So we'll get ready for Model to inbound the basketball and bring it up the floor. I want to congratulate the Model Lady Devils on a great season this year. Made it to the Sweet 16. Unfortunately, their road ended last night against a very good Rabun County team up at Rabun County. But again, congratulations to Coach Eccles and the Model Lady Devils on another Sweet 16 appearance. Model Blue Devils playing in the Sweet 16 tonight. The boys team, here's Brenton Bell to the near side to Bryson Bell. Now back to Brenton around to the right wing. They reverse it to the right wing side to Denson. Drives in, gets fouled, and we're going to see Bryson Denson go into the charity stripe for the first time of the ball game, with Model already with a 4-point lead and a really good free throw shooter going to the stripe here. And so Bryson Denson with his first free throw of the game. It's in the air, and that one's right through. as most fans would have predicted. So Model leads at 27-22, a 5-point lead. John Mason's going to check back into the game for Bryson Bell. And one more free throw coming up here for Bryson Denson with 2:34 left to go in the second quarter. Hard to believe we're almost at halftime. Second shot is up and through for Denson. He makes them both. And now he has 10 points in the ball game. Bringing it up the floor is A.J. Brown. No look pass. They kick it out to left wing side. Now back to Brown. He wants to work inside. Gets it back out around the perimeter. Shot from the elbow on the near side. Banks it in off the glass. Did D.K. Wynn. Gets his first bucket of the game, and Elbert County cuts it back to a 4-point ball game. Model is led by as many as 6. Bryson Denson nearly slid his pivot foot there. There's a long shot for John Mason. Has a look at the Elbert County bench as he goes by just to make sure everybody saw it. Model leads at 31-24. Under 2 minutes to go in the second quarter. We get ready for D.K. Wynn to inbound the ball. He's going to send it into A.J. Brown in between the circles. Now to the far side to Caden Burden. Ball is deflected out of bounds by Bryson Denson. Cheers of approval from the Model fans here as they love the effort that they're getting right there from the Model Blue Devils, specifically with Denson knocking that ball out of bounds. Inbound pass is going to go to A.J. Brown. He'll set things in motion on offense. Kicks it out right wing side. Burying the three was D.K. Wynn. He's got 5 quick points here in the second quarter. That cuts it to a 4-point ball game. Here's Bryson Denson launching the long-range three. Oh, yeah. Bryson Denson knocks down his third three, and he is really getting heated up here in the second quarter of the ball game. 3 in the air on the other end. That one's high off the back of the rim. And they're going to call a foul, I think, against Tyler Harrell there. No? I think they said Bryson Denson. Yeah, that was on Bryson Denson. It was on the floor, so we get ready for D.K. Wynn to inbound the ball with 1:20 left to go. Model leads it by 7. Biggest lead of the game, up 34-27. Underneath, ball is deflected, and a foul is going to be called against John Mason. Couple of shots coming up here for D.K. Wynn. Have not seen him yet at the free throw line here in this ball game. First shot's on the way, and that one's off the back of the iron. Hangs on the front of the rim and then rolls off. So we'll get ready for the second free throw here for D.K. Wynn puts up the second free throw. That one's off the back of the rim. And we'll get ready for the Model Blue Devils to inbound the ball here in just a couple of moments. Leading at 34-27. Chaden Woodley takes the inbound pass. He'll work it up the floor. Defense drops back as Chaden passes it across to Bryson Bell. Now right back to Chaden. Puts up the three. That one's a little off the mark. Here's Brenton Bell, feeds it back out to Bryson Denson, who's had the hot hand. We're down to under a minute to go in the second quarter. 18 seconds on the shot clock for the Model Blue Devils to work with. Bryson Denson tries to lay it in, hits the floor. Elbert County comes out with the rebound. Now they try to send it to the near side. Pass got behind D.K. Wynn, and it sailed out of bounds. And now the Model Blue Devils will inbound the ball with 47.9 seconds left to go in the half and 35 seconds on the shot clock. And we got a timeout. We haven't had a lot of those here in the first half of play. Model leads at 34-27 over Elbert County. 47.9 ticks left on the clock in the second quarter of the ball game. Let's step out for 30 seconds.
Welcome to Shannon Pharmacy, proudly serving the Shannon community since 2004. We're your small, full-service pharmacy with a big heart, offering friendly, professional service and a caring community feel. Whether you need prescriptions filled, expert advice, or health products, we're here for you. Experience the difference at Shannon Pharmacy, where your health is our priority. Visit us today.
Battle of the Blue Devils tonight. Model Blue Devils, Elbert County Blue Devils here on the floor at Woodard Gymnasium. Right now, Model has the upper hand up 34-27. 42 seconds left in the half. Tyler Harrell is going to be fouled and will be heading to the free throw line. And they got Tyler Turman, the sophomore, on that particular foul. 2 shots coming up here for Tyler Harrell. He has 1 bucket in the game. That was early in the first quarter. And provided at that point of the game a bit of a spark off the bench, scoring and also getting a rebound in a 2-possession sequence. Misses the first free throw, gets ready for another one. As Brenton Bell, Chaden Woodley come back to this side of the floor. Substitution just made there for Elbert County. We'll give you a floor check for them here in a couple of moments. But right now, Tyler Harrell with 1 more coming up from the line. First shot, or second shot rather, up. Misses both. 39 seconds on the game clock. 31 seconds on the shot clock. 3 on the other end. That one's going to bounce across the rim. Rebound picked up by the Model Blue Devils. Timeout called there by Jacob Travis as Brenton Bell was laying on his back with the ball. So we'll take this one also. 29.8 seconds left to go in the half. Model leads it 34-27. We're back in 30 seconds.
WC Timber has been serving the Northwest Georgia and Northeast Alabama area since 1991. As a complete tree and timber service, WC Timber can handle thinning and clear cutting, tree chipping, stump removal, and storm damage, as well as bucket truck and crane services. For more information, visit them on the web at wctimber.com or give them a call at area code 706-238-1214. WC Timber.
Model inbounds the basketball. We've got under 30 seconds and the shot clock off remaining here in the first half of play. Ball stolen away by Elbert County. They want to work quick here. Driving and a transition bucket there from number 14, Jalen Morrison. Model as they start back the other way. Ball is going to be knocked out of bounds and we get ready for Model to inbound the ball. Bryson Bell to trigger it in motion with 15.4 seconds left on the clock. Elbert County with that last bucket and transition cut it back to a 5-point game with 14 seconds left here in the second period. Brenton Bell across the timeline gets tripped, and that's going to be a whistle and a foul that's going to go against Elbert County and is going to send Brenton Bell to the free throw line here for the Model Blue Devils, with subs ready to check back into the game for Elbert County. So an opportunity here for Model to add some more points here before the break from the stripe. And Brenton Bell's first trip to the stripe, man, he had to earn it. It was a pretty hard hit to the floor. Shot is through, gets ready for a second free throw as subs come into the game. Checking in, you've got Brant Brown and also Jace Maddox. We've seen them out here before in this game so far. Also on the floor here for Elbert County still, you've got DK Wynn, number 14, Jalen Morrison, A.J. Brown. They like to keep him on the floor as much as possible, and rightfully so. Second shot is through for Brenton Bell. Makes them both, gets his first 2 points of the game, and Model is back to their biggest lead, which is 7 points, 36-29. 3 on the other end just in the last couple of seconds. Putback is going to go right at the buzzer for Jace Maddox, and that cuts it back to a 5-point game as each team heads to their locker room. So Model leads it at the end of the first half. Your score is Model 36, Elbert County 31. We're going to send it back to the studio for a 3-minute timeout. We'll come back for the halftime show here with Northwest Georgia Media and WLAQ.
Welcome to Shannon Pharmacy, proudly serving the Shannon community since 2004. We're your small, full-service pharmacy with a big heart, offering friendly, professional service and a caring community feel. Whether you need prescriptions filled, expert advice, or health products, we're here for you. Experience the difference at Shannon Pharmacy, where your health is our priority. Visit us today. WC Timber has been serving the Northwest Georgia and Northeast Alabama area since 1991. As a complete tree and timber service, WC Timber can handle thinning and clear cutting, tree chipping, stump removal, and storm damage, as well as bucket truck and crane services. For more information, visit them on the web at wctimber.com or give them a call at area code 706-238-1214. WC Timber and Tree Service.
You look exhausted.
Dude, my to-do list got the best of me. I finally sharpened the blade, trimmed the yard, raked the leaves, and then I mowed.
Yeah, me too.
Get out. You're not even breaking a sweat.
I know. My grasshopper trimmed around the yard, power back the leaves, and then mowed. I did all of it without leaving my seat.
I gotta get a grasshopper.
Finish fall cleanup and be ready for winter with a grasshopper mower.
Here we go again.
If you ever find yourself moving through these doors,
We're gonna take care of you.
if you ever hear these sounds, or see these lights, may you find our caring team of ER experts all around you. This is the human spirit at its best. Advent Health. Feel whole.
Welcome you into our halftime show live from Model High School inside of Woodard Gymnasium, where the Model Blue Devils and the Elbert County Blue Devils are battling it out to see which one of these teams is going to move on to the Elite Eight quarterfinal round of the GHSA Class A Division I State Championship Basketball Tournament. And we've had a really good game on our hands so far with a lot of scoring there in the first half of the ball game. We're going to talk about it here in our halftime period here. But the Model Blue Devils would outscore Elbert County 18-17 in the first quarter. Then they would outscore Elbert County 18-14 in the second quarter of the ball game. When you look at the numbers as far as scoring is concerned, we'll go ahead and look at Elbert County's first. They pick up 3 points from the free throw line from Jordan Morrison. They pick up 5 points in the second quarter from DK Wynn. But, you know, between those two quarters, and then 2 points for Jalen Morrison. That was in the second quarter. 5 points for Jace Maddox. Their leading scorer was 16 was A.J. Brown. As far as three-point shots, Elbert County would make 4 there in the first half, and from the free throw line they were 5 of 8. Meanwhile, the Model Blue Devils, who have a 5-point lead, they pick up 3 points from John Mason, who knocked down a 3 in the second quarter. 2 points from the free throw line for Brenton Bell. 3 points for Bryson Bell, knocked down a 3 in the first quarter of the ball game. 7 points for Chaden Woodley. He's had a 3-point made shot, a couple free throws, and another field goal. 6 points for Dominic Fraley. All of his 6 points came in the first quarter when he converted 2 3-point plays early on in the ball game. Tyler Harrell had 2 points early in the first quarter of the game, and then the leading scorer for the Model Blue Devils tonight so far is Bryson Denson, who made 3 threes and had 13 total points. As far as made threes as a team for the Model Blue Devils, they had 6 there in the first half of the ball game. So the shots were falling at times there that first half, and the Model Blue Devils, this will make any coach happy. I know Coach Travis will be happy about it, but Model did a good job when they got opportunities to go to the charity stripe. They shot 80% from the free throw line there in the first half, 8 of 10. And I really appreciate that they had a nice round number there, so I can do the math. So there you have it, folks. It's the little things in life. And when you look at, the made three-point shots there for the Model Blue Devils, they've shot the ball well throughout the tournament so far, because you remember we talked about this in the pregame, but in the prior game in the first round against Brantley County earlier in the week, they scored 86 points, made 11 threes in the game, and 11 players scored. And as I mentioned, we've got Model with 6 made threes here in the first half of the game alone, with a whole half to go. And on top of that, they've already had 7 players that have found their way in the scorebook. So that tells you a lot of things about the team effort that you're getting here from the Model Blue Devils and Elbert County. Credit where credit's due. These are 2 really good teams playing here tonight. Well, we got to take one more 3-minute break, catch our breath, because we got a lot more action coming up. We got to get ready for it. So let's go ahead and take a 3-minute break. Right now, Model leads at 36-31 at half. Second half starts in 3 minutes.
Welcome to Shannon Pharmacy, proudly serving the Shannon community since 2004. We're your small, full-service pharmacy with a big heart, offering friendly, professional service and a caring community feel. Whether you need prescriptions filled, expert advice, or health products, we're here for you. Experience the difference at Shannon Pharmacy, where your health is our priority. Visit us today. WC Timber has been serving the Northwest Georgia and Northeast Alabama area since 1991. As a complete tree and timber service, WC Timber can handle thinning and clear cutting, tree chipping, stump removal, and storm damage, as well as bucket truck and crane services. For more information, visit them on the web at wctimber.com or give them a call at area code 706-238-1214. WC Timber and Tree Service.
You look exhausted.
Dude, my to-do list got the best of me. I finally sharpened the blade, trimmed the yard, raked the leaves, and then I mowed.
Yeah, me too.
Get out. You're not even breaking a sweat.
I know. My grasshopper trimmed around the yard, power vac the leaves, and then mowed. I did all of it without leaving my seat.
I gotta get a grasshopper.
Finish fall cleanup and be ready for winter with a grasshopper mower.
Here we go again.
If you ever find yourself moving through these doors,
We're gonna take care of you.
if you ever hear these sounds, or see these lights, may you find our caring team of ER experts all around you. This is the human spirit at its best. Advent Health. Feel whole.
Hold up. Hold up. Hold up.
Basketball fans, Model Blue Devils basketball fans specifically, and folks that may be listening from Elbert County, we welcome back into the broadcast. Model Blue Devils inbound the ball, leading at 36-31 as we start the second half. Bryson Denson with the ball, dribbling between the circles, across the M at midcourt, now to the left wing side, over to John Mason. They work it around to the near side to Chatham Woodley, now to Mason. Bryson Bell with it. Also Dominic Fraley on the floor for the Blue Devils. Chatham Woodley, yes sir, knocks down the three. Chatham Woodley starts the second half with a bang here for Model. And we get ready for Elbert County to bring it down the other side of the floor. They've got it there now. From the free throw line, they kick it out. Side steps, puts up the three-point shot, rattles off the rim. Dominic Fraley collects the rebound. Ball is stolen away by A.J. Brown. Puts it up, misses the shot, gets his own rebound. Puts it up again, rolls across the back of the rim. And Bryson Bell picks it up. So the Model Blue Devils dodge a bullet there on that possession. Here's Bryson Bell, launches the three and in. Yes, sir. Bryson Bell with another one. His second made three of the ball game. He's got 6 points, and we get ready for Elbert County to bring the ball up the other end of the floor. Across the midcourt stripe they go. Now out to left wing side, long three. That one's high off the rim and goes across the backboard out of bounds. It's coming back to the Model Blue Devils. The Model Blue Devils have the biggest lead of the night. They are up 42-31 and have led the bulk of the game. Bryson Bell with it on the right wing. Now back up top to Chaden Woodley. Here's John Mason. Bounce pass underneath to Fraley. Ball is deflected out of bounds. Almost kept it in bounds to A.J. Brown. By the way, A.J., first team All-Region player out of Region 8. He had 16 points in the first half of the ball game. 6:31 left to go, third quarter. Model leads it by 9 and has possession of the ball. Bryson Denson to Bryson Bell. Now to the right wing side to Chaden Woodley. Wants to work baseline. Tries to send it across to Dominic Fraley. And it ricochets out of bounds off of one of the Elbert County players. So we get ready for John Mason to inbound from the baseline underneath Model's basket. Inbound pass right to a wide open Bryson Bell. Misses the shot. Bounces off the side of the rim. And the rebound goes to Elbert County. Elbert County has not had a bucket here in the third quarter. Models on a 6-0 run to start the quarter after made threes from Bryson Bell and Chaden Woodley to open up the half. And a turnover for Elbert County. It's coming back to the Model Blue Devils. 6:06 left to go, third quarter. Model up 42-31. Here's Chaden Woodley in front of the Model bench. Sends it to a cutting and slashing Bryson Denson. And he makes the defense pay. He's got 15 points in the ball game, one shy of the game-leading points from A.J. Brown. Shot on the other end, too strong. And it looks like Model's defense has got Elbert County a little bit out of their rhythm here to start the third quarter of the basketball game. Model's out to a 44-31 lead. And have scored the first 8 points here of the half. And a foul goes against Elbert County. And we'll get ready for Model to inbound the basketball. John Mason to send it in motion here for the Model Blue Devils. I have only been to Elberton one time, and that was with the Coosa High School football team back when Todd Wheeler was the coach. They made it the first round of the playoffs and went to play Elbert County. Very unique environment for a football game. I'll tell you more in a minute. Here's Chaden Woodley driving in with the right hand, misses the shot, but he gets the contact. So we're going to see Chaden Woodley. No, they set an offensive foul. I was about to get ready to watch him shoot from the free throw line. They call it an offensive foul against Woodley. And so it's coming back to Elbert County. And again, 8-0 run to start the half here for the Model Blue Devils. Elbert County trying to get their first points of the half. They're not going to get it there. Outlet pass to Chaden Woodley. Here he is, the one-hand flush. You could see it opening up. And it happened just as expected when that transition opportunity happened for Chaden Woodley, and he made the defense pay. 5:06 left to go, third quarter. Elbert County on the other end still searching for their first bucket of the period. 3 minutes in, Chaden Woodley with another chance underneath, lobs it to Dominic Fraley, puts it up, hangs on the rim, falls off. Elbert County gets it back after a one-and-done trip there for the Model Blue Devils. Long-range three in the air off the back of the rim. Elbert County remains cold. Dominic Fraley collects the rebound. Bryson Bell feeds it to Chaden Woodley, who's across the midcourt stripe with it. Model off to a serious run here to start the second half, up to a 10-0 run. Now to a cutting John Mason. He wants in on the action, and he gets in on the action as that one rattles in. So a 12-0 run for the Model Blue Devils to start the second half. And Christopher Owens, as you might predict, wants a timeout. 4:16 left to go, third quarter. Model up 48-31. Just like that, a 17-point lead. We're back in 30 seconds. All right, folks, we welcome you back to live coverage of Model basketball here on the Northwest Georgia Media live stream and on the radio on WLAQ. Elbert County with the basketball. Model has opened up with a 12-0 run to start the second half, and Elbert County is still searching for a bucket after missing that three. They bounce it to the left wing side. A little bit of contact there, no whistle. Driving in, quick jump shot. That misses the rim. Ball's back in the hands of Elbert County, though, almost knocked free by Chaden Woodley. And right now, Elbert County is just out of sorts. This Model's defense is doing a number on them. They get it down low. Ball ping-pongs off of an Elbert County player. Chaden Woodley one-on-one with A.J. Brown. Puts it up off the glass. Misses the shot. Rebound is going to go to D.K. Wynn. He wants to work coast to coast. Bounces it underneath. And they get their first bucket there in transition. Jalen Morrison gets the first bucket there and stops the run at 12-0. So that cuts it back to a 15-point game. Model up 48-33 after a 12-0 run to start the third quarter. Chaden Woodley for three. That one's off the mark, off the side of the rim. Rebound picked up by A.J. Brown. A long rebound. Sends it across to the near side. Firing the three. That one's left short. Air ball chance come out. Bryson Denson has got the ball after the rebound was picked up by the Blue Devils. 3:02 left to go in the third quarter. Denson works his way to midcourt, sends it across to Bryson Bell, and a whistle and a foul is going to be charged, I think, to Jalen Morrison. But earlier I was telling you about going to Elberton, to Elbert County for a football game with Coosa back in 2017. They play in a stadium called the Granite Bowl. And the reason for that is Elberton is known as the granite capital of the world. And the Granite Bowl stadium is made out of over 100,000 tons of blue granite. I have never seen anything before it or since in my life. The most unique high school football stadium experience I've ever had as a broadcaster. It's really neat being there. And Elberton's a really neat little town. So if you ever get the opportunity to go over there, make sure you see the Granite Bowl. Shot off the glass is through by Dominic Fraley. His first bucket of the third quarter. He's got 8 points in the game, and Model is back to a 17-point lead, up 50-33 over a really athletic Elbert County basketball team. Now back up top. They send it to the right wing over to Brant Brown. Fires the three-point shot. They've fallen cold big time. Here's a shot from near the low block. Knocking it down is Nick Rambert for his first bucket of the game. That cuts it back to 15. So Model is led by as many as 17 on a couple of occasions here in the third quarter. Nice backdoor cut by Fraley and feed from John Mason. Fraley did not make the shot, but he did get himself to the free throw line for the third time of the ball game. He converted 2 3-point plays in the first quarter, and this will be his first pair of 3 free throws in the game. He had 2 opportunities, but they were a part of 3-point plays earlier, and ones, I should say. First shot is up and through. He has made 3 in a row tonight from the charity stripe. Model leads at 51-35 with 2:02 left to go third quarter. And one more coming up for Dom. Dom's had a great season, has had really good tournament so far. Scored 21 points in the victory over Brantley County on Wednesday. Knocks down another free throw to make it 4 of 4, making the math really easy. He's going to take a break there as Zach Nichols gets ready to check into the basketball game for John Mason, getting his first minutes of the game. It's a warm reception here from the crowd. Playing in the Sweet 16 here tonight in front of the home crowd. Elbert County with the ball, going to send it right wing side, wide open three, and knocks it down. Good looking shot there by Brant Brown, and that's his first made bucket. Model leads at 52-38 Here comes Brenton Bell, has his pocket pick, got a little bit loose with the ball there. Across the timeline goes Jordan Morrison, puts it up, rattles in, and an and one opportunity here for Elbert County, and they really need it. They got off to a really sluggish start on offense to start the third quarter, and Model helped themselves to a 12-0 run to start the third quarter, got up by as many as 17, and Elbert County is trying methodically to kind of chip away at that, and now they've got it back within 12, and they've got an opportunity for a three-point play here, and they convert. Jordan Morrison did. So that moves it back to an 11-point game. I thought he made it. Yeah, they put it on the scoreboard. There you go. John Mason back out onto the floor. Chaden Woodley takes the pass, works it across midcourt, now to the right wing side, fires it across to Bryson Bell, now up top to Bryson Denson, who looks across to Jacob Travis, the head coach of the Model Blue Devils, for some instruction. Now sends it to the far side over to Bryson Bell, now around to Chaden Woodley. Woodley surveys the floor, hands it off to Denson. Denson back between the circles, gives it to Tyler Harrell, who's at the high post. Now on to Bryson Denson, driving baseline, gets blocked and fouled. And actually, they called an offensive foul on Bryson Denson. Coach Jacob Travis is looking for an explanation on that. He thought he got hit in the back of the head. He says, he didn't agree at all. Well, Elbert County with the ball, though. Now they'll drive the lane. Morrison's got it, wants to work it himself, misses the shot, goes in and out. John Mason, hard fought, rebound there. And was it a foul or a jump ball? I think it's a foul, yeah. So John Mason is set to inbound the basketball. With 50.5 seconds left to go in the third quarter, Model is up by 52-41 score. Pass down to Tyler Harrell, does a great job shaking off the defender and scores. Great heads-up play there by Tyler Harrell, creating the scoring opportunity there with the fake. Shot on the way, that's off the back of the rim, it won't go. Ball ricochets off a couple of players. Bryson Bell comes out with it for the Model Blue Devils. Here's Bryson Denson across the timeline with 30 seconds and the shot clock off. To the near side to Bryson Bell, into the corner, John Mason bounces high off the rim. Tyler Harrell gets the rebound. The Blue Devils look to try to get the last shot here of the third quarter, I think is what the signal was. 14 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Here is Bryson Bell on the right wing side, stops, sends it up top to Bryson Denson, goes to work with 5 seconds, circus shot, misses. Elbert County with the ball, fires it underneath, wide open, didn't get the shot off in time, and that is the end of the third quarter. Model's going to lead it by 13 by a score of 54-41 over Elbert County going into the final frame of the game, and we'll have it after a 1-minute timeout.
If you ever find yourself moving through these doors,
We're gonna take care of you.
if you ever hear these sounds, or see these lights, may you find our caring team of ER experts.
All right, we welcome you back to live coverage of Model basketball here tonight from Woodard Gymnasium. Right now, Model leads it going into the final frame by 13-point lead, 54-41. Elbert County trying to climb back in it. Blocked shot by Dominic Fraley. Here's another one blocked as well. And a whistle and a foul that's going to go against Elbert County. I think they got Morrison on that one. With 7:48 left to go in the game, and Model gets ready to inbound the ball. The leading scorer of the night is A.J. Brown. He has 16 points. All of his points came in the first half of the game. Model Blue Devils did a good job on him in the third quarter of the basketball game, held him scoreless. The leading scorer of the night for Model with 15 points is Bryson Denson, but Model's got 3 guys in double digits. We'll give you more on that in just a couple of moments. Turnover for the Model Blue Devils as we get ready for Elbert County to inbound the ball, and a couple of subs coming into the game for them as they get ready to do it. Winner of this game, by the way, we'll let you know, is going to play the winner of East Lawrence at Southwest Macon. That game being played today. Long shot on the way, and that one rattles around and through. A.J. Brown gets his first points here of the second half, and that cuts it to a 10-point ball game. So Model certainly not out of the woods with a 10-point lead and 7:25 left. Here's Dominic Fraley. Baseline gets blocked by Nick Rambert, but there was also some contact there. So we're going to see Fraley go into the charity stripe here, where he is 4 of 4 with 2 shots forthcoming. If East Lawrence wins over Southwest and Model wins, then that game would be right here. However, if Southwest wins and Model wins, Southwest is the 4 seed, Model's the 5 seed. So the Blue Devils, Model Blue Devils, would have to hit the road to go over to Macon. If Elbert County wins this game, they're the 21 seed. So whether it's East Lawrence or Southwest, it won't matter for them. They will be on the road either way. Second shot coming up here from Fraley. He knocks it down. And so he makes them both. All right, Elbert County back the other way. Drive it in. Ball is going to be knocked out of bounds. We'll get ready for Elbert County to inbound the basketball. DK Wynn surveys the floor, sends it up top, shakes off the defender, now sends it back up to the top of the key to Brown. That one's off the front of the iron. John Mason is there, gets the rebound, and he will clear out the lane, hand it off to Bryson Denson with the pass as he dribbles across midcourt stripe. Surveys the floor, sends it near side, ball poked free. Here comes Elbert County on their other end. They'll back up, shoots the long 3-point shot, misses, driving in. Ball ricochets off a couple of players, stays with Elbert County though. They'll back up between the circles. There's a quick 3 off the backboard. John Mason gets the long rebound. He'll clear out the lane. Fires it across to Chaden Woodley. He surveys the floor, now is trapped over in the corner, and a timeout called by Jacob Travis. Good heads-up coaching right there. Model leads it by 12, 56-44 over Elbert County. We'll have more after a 30-second timeout.
If you ever find yourself moving through these doors,
We're going to take care of you.
if you ever hear these sounds or see these lights, may you find our caring team of ER experts all around you. This is the human spirit at its best. Advent Health. Feel whole.
Well, we just got a comment from one of our listeners that Southwest Macon and East Lawrence have already played, and Southwest Macon, as predicted, has already won. So we know who the opponent is going to be for whoever wins the game that we're looking at right now. So it'll be a road game for either team, whether it's Model or Elbert County. Here's Bryson, and thank you, by the way, for that comment. I had not been able to check on that score, so that is very much appreciated. Here's Bryson Denson driving baseline, puts it up off the glass, misses the shot. Dominic Fraley kicks it out. Chaden Woodley for 3, and it rims out, but he gets fouled in the act of shooting a 3. So we're going to see Chaden Woodley go into the free throw line here, shooting 3 shots. And we have seen Chaden at the free throw line one other time in the game. That was in the second quarter. He made them both. Model leads it 56-44, 12-point lead with 6:21 left to go in this game. First shot's on the way, and that was going to rattle through for Mr. Woodley, who now has 13 points. We're going to have some Brave spring training baseball for you coming up tomorrow on the airways of WLAQ. Shot rattles off the rim. We're going to be high 70s. So I think what I may do is cook out, take my radio outside, turn on the Braves, and hang out, enjoy the beautiful day, and listen to the sounds of baseball on the radio. Baseball was made to be listened to on the radio, and the Braves have the best broadcast, and we're so proud to be your local affiliate here in Rome and have been every year since 1966 with the exception of one, I believe. Jaden Woodley makes the shot, 2 of the 3. Now back up top. There's a quick look for Elbert County off the back of the rim. Ball not free. John Mason, outlet pass to Jaden Woodley. Looks at the defender, shakes him off, misses the shot. Did they count the shot for Dominic Fraley? He tipped it back in. They put it on the board. And then now it looks like Elbert County is set to inbound the ball. So Elbert County inbounds the ball with a model 16-point lead. Shot goes in on the other side. That was Brant Brown knocking down his second 3 of the night. That cuts it back to 13. Jaden Woodley is trapped in the corner, needs some help. John Mason is there. Takes the pass, now works his way off the left wing side, leaves it off for Bryson Denson. Now back around to Bryson Bell into the right wing corner over to Jaden Woodley. Back up top between the circles. Long range 3 for Bryson Denson, but not long range for him. My goodness, Denson now with 18 points in the ball game. He has made 4 3-pointers here in this one. Models up to a 63 to 47 lead. 3 ball in the air on the other side. I was trying to say that their other largest lead of the game was 17 on a couple of occasions. John Mason, left wing side to Jaden Woodley. Woodley with a jab step, passes it over to Bryson Bell. Now back out to Bryson Denson, has his pocket pick. Gets the ball right back from DK Wynn. Denson across the midcourt stripe for the Model Blue Devils. Up top to Dominic Fraley. He goes to work, gives it off to Bryson Bell. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Ball is going to be knocked out of bounds there by Elbert County, but Model here has only got 2 seconds to inbound the ball and get a shot to the rim here, or it's going to be a shot clock violation. John Mason surveys the floor, finds Jaden Woodley, fires, and fails to get the ball to the rim. So that is a shot clock violation that's coming back to Elbert County. Another interesting thing about the football stadium over at Elberton, in Elbert County, and I think this is still true, but the Granite Bowl scoreboard is the same scoreboard that the University of Georgia used in Sanford Stadium. And it was the scoreboard that was used before the stadium was enclosed and they did the renovation. So that was the one that was used during the Georgia Bulldogs 1980 National Championship season. And it's kind of neat to see it over there at the Granite Bowl. Like I say, really unique stadium. If you ever get the chance, make the trip over there. If you're going to Athens or something like that, make the 42-mile trek to have a look at it. Elbert County with a basketball, long 2, that goes in and out. Bryson Bell collects the rebound, gives it to Bryson Denson. We're almost halfway through the 4th quarter. There's Jaden Woodley on the right wing side. Now back up top to Bryson Denson. Bryson on to Bryson Bell. Looks at the bucket, sends it right wing corner to Jaden. Jaden now goes to work inside, spins around, shoots from the blow pot. It's a circus shot off the glass and knocks it through. Woodley is having a big-time game here. Here comes Elbert County on the other end. Shot from the low block. Put back, hangs on the rim, won't go. John Mason collects the rebound. We're officially under 4 minutes to go here in this one, and a whistle on the other end. Model leads at 65 to 47, up to an 18-point lead with 3:48 left to go in the ball game. And I'll give you unofficial totals at the end of the game because there was a couple of sequences where I kind of got confused and may have forgotten to write down a couple of points. So I apologize for that. John Mason sends it to Dominic Fraley. Now he's going to send it down to Bryson Bell, but the pass is picked off by Morrison, who knocks it out of bounds, so it will come back to the Blue Devils, Model Blue Devils. No, Elbert County Blue Devils, rather. I thought it was model ball. Everybody's confused, including me. Driving in, circus shot, misses the shot, and we're going to see Morrison going to the free throw line. The fans are really upset right now because they believe that possession should have been for model. I thought the same thing, but instead Elbert County brings it up the floor. A foul is committed by the Model Blue Devils, and now we've got Jordan Morrison going to the free throw line. He's got 6 points. He's done a good job from the line tonight. He's 4 of 5 from the stripe, so he's a pretty good free throw shooter at the charity stripe for them. First shot on the way, and that one is through. And all of a sudden, going to be some more subs into the game here for Elbert County. Model still with a really big lead, though, up by 17 points here with 3:38 left to go. Not totally out of the woods, but they're in a pretty good spot here with this amount of time left to go. Second shot on the way is through, and that brings it to a 65-49 score. John Mason sends it in motion on offense here for the Model Blue Devils, who lead it by 16 points as we approach the final few minutes of the ball game. Bryson Denson being guarded right now by Morrison. To the near side, gets it over to Chaden Woodley, drives in the lane, has his pocket picked by Tyler Turman here of Elbert County, trying to get it to the rim, has the ball stripped in the air. John Mason comes out with it, loses the ball, gets it back, and now he's going to call a timeout as he was trapped between a couple of defenders. And right now we're going to take the timeout as well. 3:12 left to go here in the final quarter. Model up 65-49 over Elbert County. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
They call it Mo Day, a time of fanfare and pride, and another week with the neighborhood's best yard, because you drafted the MVP of all mowers. A comfortable seat and adjustable controls bring the battle to your turf, not your backside. Ride like the wind on your solid steel stallion and give the fans something to cheer about, because it's your day. It's Mo Day.
Coverage of model basketball here tonight in the second round of the GHSA Class A Division I State Championship Basketball Tournament. A couple of Blue Devils teams battling it out tonight. Round of the playoffs and take on number 4 seed Southwest Macon. That game will be on the road coming up, I believe, next Wednesday. And should model be the team that makes that road trip, well, we will be there for you for live coverage for sure on the radio. I'm not 100% sure on the video side, but I think it'll probably just be a radio broadcast of that one. But Bryson Denson to bring it up the floor here for the Model Blue Devils. He's across the timeline. He spins around, sends it to the near side to John Mason. He is caught between 2 defenders. The ball stripped, goes out of bounds, so it's going to stay with Model with 17 seconds left on the shot clock. So Model trying to close strong here and pick up the victory in front of the home crowd here tonight, as these seniors, even if they advance, will be playing their last game here on the home floor at Woodard Gymnasium, because the Elite 8 game would be at Southwest Macon at their home, and then beyond that you'd be at a neutral site for the Final Four if you get to that point at Fort Valley State this year. And then of course if you were to advance to the championship, that would be at the Centroplex in Macon Coliseum. Ball is blocked there by John Mason. Still made it to the rim and almost went in. And a jump ball is going to be called. Possession arrow is pointed in Model's direction. So we get ready for Mason to inbound the ball. This is a spirited crowd here tonight inside of Woodard Gymnasium. They are absolutely fired up with tons of energy here for this basketball game. And we're going to see some free throws, as it has been called a foul here. And so Dominic Fraley going to the free throw line, where he is perfect tonight. 6 of 6 from the charity stripe, with 2 more coming up here, and an opportunity to create even more separation than they already have over this Elbert County team visiting here tonight. Good basketball team. It's one of those situations when you watch this team play, it's kind of surprising that their record after tonight, should they lose this game, will be at 500 for the season because they come into the game 13-12. They've had a tough schedule, but I also think it's a situation where, you know, they've grown as a team and gotten better as the season has progressed. But they play in a tough region. That Region 8 is no joke every night. They've got a couple of teams that are in the top 3. Rabun County's the #1 team in Class A Division I. And then Commerce is the #3 team. And they beat Commerce in overtime in February. Isn't it hard? Miss there from the free throw line for Dominic Fraley. He gets ready for the second free throw. Isn't it hard to believe that we're going to be in the month of March tomorrow? That one's going to rim out. 2 misses from the free throw line with 2:45 now left to go in the game as Elbert County brings it back across the timeline. Now it's going to send it back up top. Long 3, and that one's going to be through for DK Wynn. And now the Blue Devils, Model Blue Devils, inbound the ball, driving it back down the other side of the floor. Now they'll kick it up to the top of the key to Bryson Bell, left wing side over to Bryson Denson. 13-point game with 2:22 left to go, so the Model Blue Devils are not out of the woods. There's still mathematically enough time to mount a comeback here in this basketball game. Denson with it, spins around, now works towards the low block, puts up the shot, a little bit too strong off the window and off the rim. Across the timeline goes Elbert County, firing the 3-point shot off the side of the rim. It's a miss. Chatham Woodley collects the ball, protects it as he clears out. Now works across the timeline, gives it to John Mason. Now Model getting a little bit more deliberate here with the basketball as we are under the 2-minute mark of the ball game. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Bryson Denson hands it off to Chatham Woodley, goes to work underneath, and that one rims out. Rebound picked up by Elbert County. They want to work quick across the other side. 3-ball in the air, launched high off the rim. Bryson Bell picks up the rebound. Bryson Denson on to Chatham Woodley. Woodley across the timeline, now to Bryson Bell. Bell back between the circles, sets up the half-court offense as the Blue Devils have it under the 90-second mark, trying to bleed some clock. Here's John Mason, lane opened up. He gave it down to Dominic Fraley back up top. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Now to the right wing side, baseline drive by Denson off the glass and through. Bryson Denson having a big night with 20 points. Across the timeline goes A.J. Brown, launches the 3 off the side of the backboard, and a foul as Bryson Denson is pushed to the floor. Kind of looking to see if we might get a technical on that one, a meeting of the minds right now to make the determination. And right now we're just seeing 2 shots here, so no technical foul as we get ready for Bryson Denson to go to the free throw line. Right now, Jacob Travis talking with the official. He's got a smile on his face. But he definitely wanted to make his point there. Bryson Denson puts up the free throw shot. That's off the back of the rim. Rare miss there for Denson. It's a strike. Model has got a 15-point, 67-52 lead with under a minute to go in this one. Second shot, it's off the back of the rim. Blue Devils have fallen cold from the charity stripe late in this game, but I don't think it's going to matter. 50 seconds left to go. Across the timeline goes A.J. Brown, who's only had 3 points in the second half, had 16 in the first half. Model made some great adjustments on defense and quieted down his night considerably. Dom going to the free throw line here where he missed the last 2. Dom has scored 12 points tonight. He had 21 points in the victory in the first round over Brantley County. That young man has had just an awesome first couple of rounds of the state tournament. First shot on the way. That one's high off the back of the rim. It won't fall. Model Blue Devils went to the Elite 8 in 2022, 2024, got the Final Four in 2023, and they are on the verge of going back to the Elite 8 again. What a run Coach Travis has had with this group in recent years. Second shot goes there for Dominic Fraley. 68-52, Model leads it by 16. I think it's all over but the final score. Backdoor cut, blocked by Dominic Fraley. My goodness, stays with Elbert County. They'll launch a 3, missing the shot. Bryson Denson comes out with the ball. Shot clock is off Elbert County electing to foul and send the Blue Devils back to the free throw line. These young men are not ready for their season to come to a close. Certainly can understand that, but it's about to happen. The Model Blue Devils have made sure of that tonight as we get ready for the subs to come into the game to play the final seconds and get some action here in the Sweet 16 after this first free throw from Bryson Denson, and he knocks it down. All right, checking into the game, getting a big round of applause. Bryson Buck, Grady Hickman, Zach Nichols, Matt Johnson. Bryson Denson remains on the floor, so in just a moment we'll see Justin Finley check in if he gets an opportunity. And there it is, Finley out on the floor, so all subs into the game for Model as the fans give those young men a round of applause as they enter the floor. Elbert County across the midcourt stripe, shot clock off, 18 seconds to go, and a whistle and a foul against the Model Blue Devils. They're going to get Grady Hickman on that one. And we're going to see free throws coming up here for Lamarian Rucker. First time we've called his name tonight. Misses the first free throw with 16.2 seconds left to go, and Model with an 18-point lead here, about to close out this game strong and pick up the victory and go to the Elite Eight. Shot off the back of the rim, it's a miss. Grady Hickman trying to track down the rebound. It goes to Elbert County. Elbert County keeps the ball and gets fouled underneath, so we're going to see the same young man, Lamarian Rucker, go into the free throw line that we just saw moments ago. He missed his first two attempts, so we'll see if he can get dialed in for attempts 3 and 4 with 10.1 seconds left to go in the ball game. First shot on the way. That one's going to carry him off the rim. And we'll get ready for another one coming up here from Rucker as he gets some encouragement from his teammate Tyler Turman before he takes this next shot. And that one is right through, so the encouragement goes a long way. 10.1 seconds left to go. Model inbounds the ball. Justin Finley to the near side to Nichols. Nichols with the basketball around to Finley. Elbert County defending till the end, and that is the ball game. The Model Blue Devils are going to the Elite Eight, winning over Elbert County by a final score of 70-53. Model will hit the road to take on Southwest Macon coming up next week, I presume on a Wednesday, and we will be there. Again, Model wins at 70-53. Congratulations to Coach Jacob Travis and his Model Blue Devils. They have earned another trip to the quarterfinals. They are going to the Elite Eight. We're back in 3 to discuss it in our postgame.
Welcome to Shannon Pharmacy, proudly serving the Shannon community since 2004. We're your small, full-service pharmacy with a big heart, offering friendly, professional service and a caring community feel. Whether you need prescriptions filled, expert advice, or health products, we're here for you. Experience the difference at Shannon Pharmacy, where your health is our priority. Visit us today. WC Timber has been serving the Northwest Georgia and Northeast Alabama area since 1991. As a complete tree and timber service, WC Timber can handle thinning and clear cutting, tree chipping, stump removal, and storm damage, as well as bucket truck and crane services. For more information, visit them on the web at wctimber.com or give them a call at area code 706-238-1214. WC Timber and Tree Service.
You look exhausted.
Dude, my to-do list got the best of me. I finally sharpened the blade, trimmed the yard, raked the leaves, and then I mowed.
Yeah, me too.
Get out. You're not even breaking a sweat.
I know. My grasshopper trimmed around the yard, power backed the leaves, and then mowed. I did all of it without leaving my seat.
I gotta get a grasshopper.
Finish fall cleanup and be ready for winter with a grasshopper mower.
Here we go again.
If you ever find yourself moving through these doors,
We're gonna take care of you.
if you ever hear these sounds, or see these lights, may you find our caring team of ER experts all around you. This is the human spirit at its best. Advent Health. Feel whole.
Hold up. hold up.
Well, it's a victorious night inside Woodard Gymnasium for the Model Blue Devils. They are going to the Elite Eight, and earlier we were talking about how that has been a common occurrence for Jacob Travis's Model Blue Devils in recent years. They went to the Elite Eight in 2024. The year before that, in 23, was the year that they made it to the Final Four. The year before that, in 2022, they were in the Elite Eight. Last year, made it to the Sweet 16. And this year, they're back in the Elite Eight and maybe beyond. We'll see what happens. They definitely have a tough opponent that they're going to face on the road in Macon coming up on Wednesday at Southwest Macon. So looking forward to that matchup, and we'll see what happens coming up next week. That'll be a lot of excitement coming up for you throughout the week leading up to the game and then through the game. So certainly want to wish the Model Blue Devils the best of luck on that trek, and we'll certainly be there with them to provide coverage for you on WLAQ. And anyway, folks, Model wins it tonight 70-53. Here's how it breaks down quarter by quarter. Model would have a narrow 18-17 lead after the first quarter of the game. They would outscore Elbert County 18-14 in the second quarter. So by the time we got to halftime, Model was up by 5, 36-31. Well, the third quarter is where things really started to open up for the Model Blue Devils. They would outscore Elbert County 18-10 in that quarter to take a 54-41 lead into the final frame of the game. Model led by as many as 18, I think on a couple occasions throughout the course of the second half, and ultimately would end the game with a 17-point lead, winning it 70-53. Here's how it breaks down individually. Jordan Morrison for Elbert County would have 8 points, 2 points for Nick Rambert, 8 for DK Wynn, 6 points for Brant Brown off the bench, 4 points for Jalen Morrison off the bench, 1 point for Lamarian Rucker from the free throw line off the bench in the fourth quarter, 5 points from starter Jace Maddox. He would get all of his 5 points in the first half. And then the leading scorer tonight for Elbert County was A.J. Brown, but I got to tell you, I'd love to ask Coach Travis what kind of adjustments they made on A.J. Brown in the second half, because he was quiet. He scored 16 points there in the first half, scored only 3 in the second half to finish with 19, including 3 made threes in the game. Very good basketball players we mentioned to you earlier, first team all-region for this Elbert County basketball team. Meanwhile, for the victorious Model Blue Devils, John Mason would pick up 5 points, including a made 3. Would be 2 points for Brenton Bell from the free throw line in the second quarter, 6 points for Bryson Bell. And then you'd have 4 points for Tyler Harrell. 3 Model Blue Devils ended up with double digits. Dominic Fraley would end up with 14 points. Chaden Woodley would have 18 points for Model. And then Bryson Denson would be the leading scorer tonight overall with 21 points. Bryson would also, as a part of putting that 20-point performance together, 21-point performance together, would score 4 threes in the basketball game. As a matter of fact, as a team, Model had 9 threes tonight. We mentioned to you earlier they had 11 against Brantley County. So for the tournament, the Model Blue Devils have picked up 20 made threes in those first 2 games. And they were good really good from the free throw line tonight. In the first half of the game, Model was 8 of 10 from the stripe. In the second half, they were pretty close to that average. They would pick up 9 of 13 from the charity stripe. And would wind up 17 of 23 from the line, if my math is correct. So anyway, with that said, Model wins it 70-53 over a pretty tough opponent here in the second round. And as you go throughout each course of the tournament, obviously the competition gets tougher, and Model's going to hit the road to take on the number 4 seed Southwest Macon, a team that's been good in recent years but has had a great program for a long time. And that game will take place on Wednesday, time to be determined, and all that good stuff. And of course, you can follow all the social media for Northwest Georgia Media, WLAQ, Model High School, Model Blue Devils, to find out the details about that game. And again, we'll have live radio coverage for you from Macon coming up next week. So once again, we do want to congratulate the Model Blue Devils on the victory here tonight. And yeah, it was a special night inside of Woodard Gymnasium. But that's pretty much going to put a wrap on our broadcast. Do want to do one more thing. We want to recognize all the people a part of the crew tonight. And I'm going to have to pull up my handy dandy text message here that I got from Nathan from Northwest Georgia Media about his crew. They had a couple of changes going in tonight, but Dylan and Caleb Bice tonight on midcourt cameras, Uta Patterson on PTZ and scoreboard, Thomas Patterson on replay. Nathan Patterson was the director tonight. I'm Matt Davis of WLAQ, bring you the call tonight of the broadcast. Lynn Butler is back at the studio. And last but not least, we certainly want to recognize the sponsors. We'll start on the video side. Instant Replay was brought to you by Smith & Wood Wealth Management tonight. Also on with the video, Mathis Trailers and Equipment Sales, Snodgrass and Robinson Plastic Surgery Specialists, Avent Health Redmond, Shannon Pharmacy, Dogwood Books, The Herb Shop on Bribe, and Duffy's Deli. And on the radio side tonight, we had Mathis Trailers and Equipment Sales, Allen Murphy Appliance, Georgia Northwestern Technical College, Roma Orthopedic Center, and Ware Mechanical. And we could not bring you this coverage without the support of the sponsors. They are what makes it go. So thank you. Hope you enjoyed the broadcast tonight, whether you were listening on the radio or watching on the video. And hey, let's pack it up and go to Macon coming up next week as we get ready for Elite 8 Hoops with your Model Blue Devils at Southwest Macon. And we'll look forward to that coming up next week. But until then, we're going to bid you adieu. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Matt Davis for Lynn Butler and the rest of the crew saying so long, everybody, and go Model Blue Devils. Have a good night.